it's perfect right here. Solid. Bingo. Yahtzee. Jenga. Ah. Let's go. Shout out to Radio Productions, by the way.
Hello one and all, welcome to Seen Through Glass. This is the 2016 Dodge Challenger Scat Pack with shaker hood. It's a mouthful to say, but it's also the most American thing I've ever seen or ever driven.
Ricky Bobby, wake up then I'm pissing excellence. My flow is like combining all of nature's illest elements. Ain't messing with this white boy simple style, don't be prejudiced. Into carrying Smith and Wessons, well this ain't your preference, bitch.
This car is hilariously mad. Oh my god, I kinda love it. When I planned this trip to LA for Vlog Angeles, I really wanted to get my hands on some proper American muscle cars. And whilst you could argue that the Mustang is more iconic, this Challenger is what I was thinking of. I immediately feel like Dominic Toretto in Fast and Furious. And it's not just because I'm bald. But this car is a powerhouse. It has a 6.4 litre V8. And it's the size of Chicago. I'm just gonna relax for a second because as amazing as this thing is, it probably isn't designed for tight cornering. It's a powerhouse, it's a straight line machine. That's not to say it can't go around corners, but let's come back to that later. As I say, 6.4 litre V8. It's very complicated, the lineup of the Challenger. I don't quite follow it, but this is somewhere in the middle. At the top, you obviously have the infamous Hellcat, which is the 700 brake horsepower nut job. Then you have the SRT, and this is just below the SRT. So you get the 392 Hemi. It's about 485 brake horsepower and comes with a whole load of tricks and gizmos. But the sound and the power and the kind of presence of this car, especially with the shaker hood, as they call it, which is that kind of exposed engine hood that literally shakes around as you accelerate and rev. It is so cool, so atmospheric. I literally feel like a true redneck. I want to go buy a cowboy hat, cruise around and say, y'all, hey y'all, what's going on y'all? Drink some like Budweiser, is that what people drink over here? And yeah, I mean, this is, for me, Americana. And as we struggle to get around the corner, let's speak about the cornering very briefly, because it's a big car. It's a big car, and I think of all the sort of modern muscle cars, this is the one that is probably least friendly at cornering. The Camaro and the Mustang, I think, have caught up with Europe a little bit, but I quite like the fact that this is sort of a bit of a boat. It sort of adds to the charm and the character. It is such a straight line bullet that literally you come off the brake on this thing and you're doing 20 miles an hour before you touch the throttle. It just goes, it just wants to fly. And it really, you know, it corners, don't get me wrong. Like, I went on a bit of a drive yesterday with Damien and his Z06 and we were throwing this thing around the place and it is not bad. He couldn't exactly get away from me, but you really have to like throw it. And it starts to kind of skip around and be like, what are you doing? After a while, you get understeer, oversteer, the whole car just feels uncomfortable, but that's not to say it's not fun and enjoyable. And just listen. That V8 is just so angry. And it just wants to take off. You have to wait, power. Okay, brake. And that's the other thing, just brake very early. As long as you slow yourself down, you can have a lot of fun. take yourself through a corner, way, straight line, go! And brake. As much fun as I'm having up here on the canyons, I want to point out a couple of things about the interior, this space that I'm in right now, because it just ties into the America feel ever so much more. First things first, the seats in this car are so big and comfortable, it's like I'm in an armchair at home. They are massive, and you kind of sit upright like you're literally at a dinner table or a diner. But forget about the seating position. The best thing about this interior and what makes it so American is the handbrake, or the parking brake, is not a simple lever like classic design or a button like modern design. Instead, it's a pedal that you kick. Down there is an extra pedal that if I want to put my handbrake or park brake on, I just go, put my pedal on. I'm going to park my Challenger. So down here we have two buttons. You got Sport and then Super Track Pack. Traction control off, parking sensors, hazards back. Anyway, let's move on. So yeah, if you hit Sport, that simply turns your sport settings on. However, if you want to configure your sport settings, you press that Super Track Pack and it brings up this slightly dusty display. And as you can see, the first thing it shows you is launch control. So it's like, well, I should probably do that then. You can also configure your launch control. Look, launch RPM setup, so you can choose at what point you build your RPM to and all blah. And literally all you do is click that activate launch control and you're away. However, you can also go into drive mode setup, and then as you see, you've got a ton of different options. So if you want to be in sport mode, you've got engine transmission, whether your paddles are usable, traction control and steering. Now steering does make a massive difference. It really makes the steering a lot heavier in sport. Engine and transmission, to be honest, I haven't really noticed the difference. This car feels bloody quick in non-sport. Paddles, I don't know why that is a bloody option. Like, just, yeah, paddles if you want to use, why are they on or off? And then traction control, you want it all the way off. Sport traction control, pointless. Either turn it off or keep it on. I've got this car for a few more days. It is my most recent loan car. I'm gonna have it for about a week, and I think I'm gonna have a lot of fun. It's silly, don't get me wrong, it's so silly, and you see challenges everywhere. I kind of love the fact that everyone can buy muscle cars. This car, for example, is under $40,000, and when you're thinking about getting a 6.4 litre V8 with close to 500 brake horsepower, come on, that is awesome. I'm bad at the sort of conversion rate at the minute because Brexit screwed it all up for us, but that's about £35,000. And I do think you're getting a pretty insane car for that much money, just because of the soundtrack alone. But it is a lot of fun. As I say, I've literally driven this the last 48 hours with a massive smile on my face. I am a sucker for America, so that probably helps. But I think even if you're not into the big brash nature of this car, you would still enjoy it. I don't think it would do well in the UK or Europe though. It is definitely too big. You would literally just run over small children left, right and centre, which is never a good thing. So I think America, it should stay, but if you are out here and you get the chance to get in one, it doesn't have to be a Hellcat, you are still gonna have a silly old time.
I heard life's about the journey, not the destination. I stopped waiting. They say success comes to those who are patient. A shy and quiet dude embracing the fact I'm about to be famous. Grew up the lamest, never fitting with the rest. I always felt stressed, spent Friday nights at my computer desk.
Anyway guys, I hope you've enjoyed this sort of brief introduction to the Challenger. As I say, it will be popping up in a few other videos of mine. Give it a thumbs up if you've enjoyed it, and make sure to subscribe for plenty more videos to come.